The following is an original Aliven podcast.
Man, it has been a hot weekend at Phoenix. There's been a lot that's been going on. We had the ARCA race that happened. We don't talk about it because it's ARCA. Anyways, the IndyCar, I meant to say IndyCar, and O'Reilly's was racing at the same time on the same day. Not at the same time, but on the same day. That'd be horrendous. That would be very interesting, but kind of terrifying at the same time, seeing the speed difference between both of those two cars. And we had the Cup race, and it was a pretty interesting weekend. It was a Penske sweep for IndyCar and the Cup Series, but we don't really talk about IndyCar here. We talk about NASCAR. We're gamers, and we talk about NASCAR. We're going to talk about everything that happened this weekend on this very episode of GTN. As always, I'm Elijah Leonard here with you. To the left of me, that is Wyatt Walker, my co-host, and to the bottom, it is Slifer. So, what's going on, gentlemen? How are we doing?
I'm doing all right. The Phoenix weekend was pretty good. I didn't get a chance to watch the O'Reilly series, but the Cup race I watched, and it was a pretty good race. I think that extra horsepower really amped up this race because it was a really racy majority of this race.
All right.
So
Well, let's go ahead and jump on into it. I unfortunately was not able to watch any of the stuff that happened this weekend, but I did, as a matter of fact, keep track with the live leaderboard and like the timeline stuff. So that's really the only other recognition that I have of both events this weekend. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about the O'Reilly Series race here first. What did we think of it?
I didn't really catch much of it, honestly.
yeah, unfortunately, I didn't either even get a chance to get the highlights and stuff, but I did know who won. And honestly, it was no surprise. Slapper, I'm surprised you didn't want to go on that bandwagon. If you did, you would have swept the weekend in the point.
Yeah, well, it's just like how my day went today. Not very well. So, amongst other things about today. So, I know I'm not my upbeat kind of self, I want to say.
Yeah.
Because, ironically, I know as we're recording it on Monday, and what got me into this podcast, honestly, was because of my dad. And he was a big time NASCAR fan. Like, he's gone to Martinsville, he's gone to Bristol, Daytona, obviously. He's actually at the old house that we used to live at when I was younger and lived with him. He actually got a tire off of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s qualifying car.
Nice.
But, so to keep my memory of him, because he did pass away on Christmas Eve, I started doing this with you guys to keep a memory going of him. So, now that's out of the way, because today he would have been, as of the recording, he would have been 65 years old today. So, all right, now that the set crap is over with, I caught myself. Imagine that.
I caught myself today.
But no, I was honestly originally thinking of Allgaier, but something told me that Sammy Smith could have had a shot at winning. So that's why I went with him. Plus, it was Dale Jr.'s number when he first got into the Cup Series.
That's true.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But now the Cup race, the restarts for it toward the end was.
Oh my god.
They were.
That was something.
Let's also bring up something else as well. Alex Bowman, he was not here this weekend because he was
Poor guy.
diagnosed with vertigo. Poor guy, absolutely, man. This is like this season from hell just carrying on over into this year. So he was not here for Phoenix. Instead, in his place was Anthony Alfredo for this weekend. Ironically enough, for the O'Reilly's race, he went on to finish top 10, so good run for him over there. But for this race, unfortunately, he was caught up in one of those restart fiasco crashes. Unfortunately, I don't remember which one it was with. I don't know if it was with Logano or Chastain.
I believe it was the Logano one. If my memory serves me right, it was the Logano one that took out him, Josh Berry, and I'm not even looking at the right thing at the moment. Hold on.
According to NASCAR.com, that he went out at lap 217. The next one before that was Austin Cindric at 216, and above him was Josh Berry at 253. So I think it was an accident that was affected just Alfredo, but not so much everybody else.
I think it was the same one that had like Suarez.
Yeah, I remember Suarez being caught up too.
Yeah, Suarez was like a last, nowhere to go. He just got caught up at the very end, which that's a tough break for him. Like, let me just say this right now: where he finished did not impact where he ran. Suarez was running up, like he was in the top 20s, at least a good majority of his. He had a fast fire number 7. He was up there a good amount of times. I think he got a few stage points. I don't know if that's correct or not, but he kind of surprised me. And it sucked that he got caught up in one of the wrecks because he was actually showing up pretty well.
So according to what I'm seeing here, he did score stage points. He finished 7th in stage 1, so that meant he would have gotten 4 points.
Yes. So I figured he got some stage points, but he's like, that definitely shows like his finish doesn't show anything. He's got caught up in a wreck, but he's quick. In the last few weeks, that's 7. Granted, a couple of them were super speedways.
Yeah.
But he was up there. He's been up here a lot. I wonder if this is a good turn. We're only 4 races in to this season, but I think this might be a good turnaround for Suarez. Like he may still be the third Spire guy, but he may actually put up a fight for it.
I think so, and I think when you add on top of that too, he does have a good amount of experience in Cup. This is his 10th season overall.
Yeah. No, it's a ninth. Ninth full time.
Yeah, because 2020 he was part time, wasn't he?
No, if you're going off that, then it's 8 because he debuted full time in 2017.
Yes.
So this would be, if you're coming off that with 2020, this would be his 8th full time season.
Let me see. Actually, let's take a look at Racing Reference here.
Of course I know what year he started Cup because he replaced Carl Edwards.
Yeah.
So of course I know this off heart.
My heart.
So if my memory serves me correctly, he was full time for JGR for both the 17th and 18th. Then he went to Stuart Haas in 19th. Then he went kind of part time ish.
Yeah, he went for Gaunt. He raced for Gaunt Brothers in the 96.
And he didn't really run full time a whole lot. Then Trackhouse picked him up to be his first driver, and he was there all the way until till this year expire.
Let me see.
So in technicalities, it's 8th full-time season, but he may be there like for like 9. They may say like 9.
Let me find Mr. Suarez's name in this ever-growing list of drivers. Here we go. Okay. So, as of this date of March 9th, he has raced in every single event all in 2017, 18, 19. He missed only one race in 2020.
Really?
Yeah, he only missed just one.
What race did he miss?
I'm not sure. I actually do not know.
Did he run the 500?
I think he missed it. Because I remember distinctively he crashed in one of the duels. So I think he was the guy, he was one of those that had to race his way in. And then he missed the race because he got caught up at a crash. Let me see. According to this, 2020. Yeah, he missed the
right.
500.
Yep, 500.
He ran every single other race since then. But,
okay, I guess we'll count that as full time, except we'll count that kind of full time except for 500. But
I'd still consider it full time.
so then at least that's at least 9 years, 9 years experience.
Yeah, 9 full minus 1.
He's got a lot of experience.
Regardless of that, exactly. Yeah. This is his 10th full time season that we're running right now. But regardless of that, I mean, like, Suarez, he does have enough experience where I think he's able to hold his own. We've seen it previously, you know, after he got let go by JGR, he kind of was just there for Sir Haas, you know, at the time for that single year.
Still like top 20 in points.
He was. And then by the time. And then by the time after that, you know, one season that nobody really talks about in 2020, he goes to Trackhouse and then he's just like, wow, okay. It's putting together results left and right. Trackhouse at the time was a new team, you know, and they've fully bought out the Chip Ganassi racing side of like the NASCAR side of Chip Ganassi racing, and they started building off of that. They came close to winning a championship with Ross, but mainly focusing on Suarez. I mean, he did pretty well. Right, week in, week out. I think he would average like top 10 almost every race. So I mean, with Spire, I don't know, man. I mean, like we're 4 races in at the super speedway races, if you will. He's done pretty well. I mean, like the road courses, I think we're still really going to have to see what's in store for him over in that department, because I don't remember seeing Suarez being in much of contention for like a top 10 at the very max or a top 15 for road courses. But for the ovals that are like a mile and a half, that's, I think, where we're really going to see what Suarez is capable of, especially for Spire in the 7. Because that 7 car historically, like, I mean, it's a pretty mediocre ride for Spire. The 71 and the 77 are, I'd say, the more of the top-notch rides. It's the 7, in my opinion, that I feel like just needs more time, especially for Suarez.
I missed half of what you were talking about. No, I was doing other stuff, so.
Yeah. I listen all the time, but I was working on points. Stapleton will not be joining us, so he just put in his predictions.
Yeah. Well, we already knew that. He was pre-recording 2 races.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just telling them.
But
Like I was messing with them. But
no, what was it that you were mentioning about Suarez? I
Uh,
heard
j-
stuff about road courses or something.
just to see like exactly like what's in store, like what we're really like the mile and a half tracks really kind of being the true test. Super speedways, yeah, I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine in that department. Road courses are a little bit more of a question mark in my opinion because I don't think I remember seeing him in too much of contention for like a top 15 at the very max, in my opinion.
You know, like the mile and a half tracks, yeah. But like Cup with him being in the 7, it's just like SVG now in the 97. We're seeing 2 totally different people than we did last year.
Right.
and not to mention right now, I'll talk about them later, but they are currently both in the top 20 in points at this very moment. One is surprisingly top 5 in points still.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that later on, but I've seen a
Trust
lot
me,
of
I got something else for a little bit later on too, even though Elijah knows about it. But I'll mention. It took me a minute, but I remembered what it was that I was going to talk about when we get to that point.
All right. But regardless of that, I think we've seen a pretty good race weekend across both O'Reilly's and Cup.
Yeah,
Again.
and actually, one thing that I did hear from Allgaier, he said it was kind of interesting with the what tire was IndyCar running on? Was it
Firestone.
Firestone. You know, the Firestone and Goodyear combo, we can pretty much say that it was a little on the interesting side.
Yeah.
You know, with them having the IndyCar rubber already on the track, and then them running on it immediately after.
Oh, yeah. It definitely was pretty interesting, I'd say, to say the least. But with that said, I think we can go ahead and review our finishing results for the Phoenix weekend, starting off with O'Reilly's. Of course, Justin Allgaier wound up as the race winner. He also made a little bit of history in his own right. He has captured a win at Phoenix in not just the Nationwide Series era, not just the Xfinity era, but now he's added the O'Reilly Auto Parts era, where he has captured a win at Phoenix. Or at least has won in all 3 eras at this point. Jesse Love in car number 2. He started at position number 2 and he finishes in position number 2. Carson Quapple returning to his original ride comes home in 3rd. Sheldon Creed finishing in 4th. Sam Mayer rounding out your top 5. Then Sammy Smith finishing in 6th. Then in 7th is Jeff Burton. 8th is Raja Caruth. 9th is Corey Day. And again, I mentioned this a little bit ago. Anthony Alfredo rounding out your top 10. 11th.
Sorry. I think it's good that his first race with Jordan Anderson full time this year, Raja Caruth got an 8th place finish. That shows like that. Even though he's in like a now for a few races he's going to be in like a little lower tier, he could still run up there and finish pretty good in like Jordan Anderson equipment. So this is going to be good for Raja, and it's going to be interesting to see.
11th on down to 20th looks like this. Jeremy Clements, Austin Hill, William Byron, Parker Retzloff, Taylor Gray, Brandon Jones, Ryan Sieg, Brent Cruz, Joey Gase, and Daniel Dye. That is your top 20. 21st on down to 30th looks like this. Chandler Smith, Austin Green, Harrison Burton, Kyle Sieg, Dean Thompson, Patrick Staropoli, Brendan Poole, Blaine Perkins, Garrett Smithley, and Josh Bilicki. That's your top 30. And then finally from 31st on down to 38th, looks like this. Nathan Beard, Mason Maggio, LeVar Scott, Austin J. Hill, Nick Sanchez, Dawson Cram. And Dawson Cram was the last car running. We only had 2 retirees in this race, that being William Sawalich, who went out on lap 173, and Ryan Ellis on lap 13. Kind of impressive that we only just had 2 drivers that went out of the race.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's go over our
Destruction
cup
Derby.
results. Huh?
The Destruction Derby.
Now, yeah, let's go over the cup results. My man, Ryan Blaney, Penske boy, comes home a winner. Christopher Bell will finish in second. Kyle Larson in third. Ty Gibbs, another guy. Let's touch on Gibbs for a second, because I genuinely thought this was going to be his day. Genuinely thought this was going to be his day where he would get his first win, but came up a little short, but still a good run nonetheless. 4th for him.
But I did say, though, I think last year or at the beginning of the year, before the 500, Gibbs is going to do something this year. I believe I said it last year or the beginning of this year about Ty Gibbs.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, he's gotten closer and closer to winning a couple times 2 years ago, last year. I think he's going to strike gold this year. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Denny Hamlin rounds out your top 5. Then it's Bubba Wallace finishing in 6th. William Byron 7th. Mr. 3-Pete, unfortunately, was not able to make it. 4. He started 8th. He finished 8th. That's Mr. Tyler Reddick for you. Michael McDowell coming home in 9th. Eric Jones rounding out your top 10. Look at that.
Eric Jones came out of nowhere for this finish, and there's like a lot, and you'll see on like the rest of this, it is all like jumbled up on people you do not think would finish like top 20 or have like some great finishes this time. Granted, that also helped with like some of the other cars finishing kind of did not really finish the race, but still nonetheless a surprising amount of people in this in the rest of the top 20.
No, absolutely.
Also, if you look at the top 10, if you notice, the oddball won the race out of the top 10.
Yeah.
You have 6 Toyotas, 3 Chevys, and then Ryan Blaney.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that.
And how about that with the Toyota? So no, they didn't win, which is unfortunate, but they got like 6 out of like what 9? Yeah, 6 out of 9 Toyotas in the top 10 is still pretty impressive. Still pretty good.
Absolutely. 20, not 21st. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. 11th on down to 20th looks like this. SVG.
He ran like top 10, top 20 about the whole race. He's one of those I was surprised about too.
I'm actually kind of shocked at that. I mean, he did say he felt like he was getting better at the ovals, and we're seeing it.
And how about the guy how about the guy finishing 12th too, coming out of nowhere with a great top 15?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I kind of expected that out of Todd Gilliland, given, like, he's been, I mean, obviously he's been with Front Row for a while. This is a team that, he's not just familiar with, but his dad drove for previously. So there is a little bit of familiarity with the Gillilands and Front Row Motorsports, but with Todd himself, I'm not too surprised to see him up here. I mean, like, this is pretty, I mean, but it's still pretty impressive regardless. And then from 13th on down to 20th, the rest of that section of the results goes like this. Ryan Preece, he started 13th. He finished 13th. Then it's Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski. Funny of how all 3 of the RFK cars were right on top of each other.
I know. I was going to bring that up. In backwards order, too.
In backwards order. The RCR cars are on top of each other here with Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch finishing in that order. That's not counting Austin Hill here, by the way. Riley Herbst, AJ Allmendinger, and Carson Hocevar. That's your top 20. Speaking of Austin Hill, he's finished 21st in this one.
And going to Carson Hocevar real quick, he was up in that top 22. Like his finish was not what we expected, but he did have a great race as well. So he's definitely getting better. I could definitely see him getting a win at some point this year, but he's definitely showing improvement.
Well, we know he'll win 100%.
And the most oddball thing, Riley Herbst in 18th.
Oh yeah.
Can we say he's kind of improving? Because we'll talk about where he is in the point, which is not too awfully surprised. It's not really surprising, kind of, from last season. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
21st on down to 30th looks like this. Again, I mentioned Austin Hill, then Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chase Elliott, Cody Ware, John Hunter Nemechek, Ty Dillon, Zane Smith, who was the first car out of the race, but he still finished ahead of Ross Chastain, who was 8 laps behind him. And then everybody else went out of the race, with Connor Zilic and Daniel Suarez rounding out your top 30. 31st on down to 37th looks like this. Joey Logano, Josh Berry, Anthony Alfredo, Austin Cindric, Cole Custer, Noah Gragson, and Chase Briscoe, who went out of the race on lap 131.
A tough break. If your name was not Ryan Blaney, tough break for the Penske guys like Logano, the affiliate of Josh Berry, Austin Cindric. All of them didn't even make the top 30. I'd say one heartbreaking for me. Chase Briscoe has not had a good season to start with.
No.
He is not his fault. This is not his fault. He ran good in the beginning before he wrecked out with a tire. I believe a tire went down and then just destroyed his car, and that just kind of ended it for him. But he ran up front too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put this out here. I think Connor Zilic, granted it's his rookie year, full year in the Cup Series. I think he's having the SVG syndrome in the 88. Because if you think, granted, road courses, SVG he was about damn near untouchable. But you notice where he was always at in points last year? Toward the bottom.
Yeah.
So I think he's plus he's getting used to more horsepower than he had at the time before they changed the series, the Xfinity series. I had to put that in there before, anything else.
Yeah, he's definitely showing he is a rookie. He's having that kind of slump in the beginning.
He is able to hang up top.
Yeah.
But he's just getting very unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ow. Damn. Sit down. Stay still.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think y'all saw I got the cat on my lap, so being a little pain at the moment. But anyways, we'll switch gears to my segment of all the damn points, and I'm going to make sure to keep that name and stick with it. I think that's the best name I got at the moment with this. So
all the damn points.
All the damn points.
I'm trying to time it.
I need to make a logo for that now, actually.
Honestly, we might need to, yeah. Have like my face and so. Well, we'll probably work it out later on.
We'll work it out.
So as we start this off, of course we start off with the O'Reilly series. We have a new top leader at the top of the board, boys. Justin Allgaier is top of the board right now. 90 points we get from the cutoff. But he's only 3 points away from Jesse Love, who's second, which is 87. Just say. Then we have Austin Hill with 85. Then we have a big we have our big jump, which is if my math is right, 33-point gap between him and Carson Guapo. Back, like you said, back in the one. Then you have Sheldon Creed, 49 points. Sammy Smith, 38. Raja Caruth in the 32 this week. He's 35 points above, and he's only the highest rookie at the moment, but only 11 points, 24 from Corey Day, who has 24 points.
Hmm.
Then we have Sam Mayer, who has 16 points. Parker Retzloff still up here, surprisingly, but is only 10 points above. Then here's where it gets shortened up. Randy Jones only up by 1 and tied with the cut line, and I believe it is for a better finish, if I'm not mistaken. Jeb Burton and Taylor Gray are tied, with Jeb Burton getting the nod.
Ed Burton the 4th.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah. No, we had to wing points last week, or Wyatt, while you were out. And like we were like, I was going through the points, and I guess we made the shocking discovery that Jeb Burton is named Jeb Burton the 4th. There's
Really?
there's 3 other Jeb Burtons out there.
Yeah, what? If you look at NASCAR.com and go to like the standings and all that, you will see it say Jeb Burton the 4th.
Which is weird, and that don't make sense because his father is Ward Burton. Is that right?
Yeah, his dad is Ward Burton.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I should say Ward Burton.
That is crazy. Okay, so that's interesting. So going to the rest of the field, as I mentioned, Taylor Gray is tied with Jeb Burton. He's the first one below, but he's tied. Then we have Brendan Poole, who's down by 14. There's the 14-point gap between Taylor Gray and Brendan Poole.
Yeah.
Then Anthony Alfredo down by 15. Ryan Sieg 17. Rookie Patrick Staropoli.
Yeah, Staropoli.
Staropoli. It's going to take me a while to get used to that.
Just go with Patrick Starr.
23 points below. William Sawalas down by 27. Blaine Perkins 28. Rookie Brent Cruz now pops up into it in the top 20. Now below by 35. Nick Sanchez 39, and then Austin Green makes his appearance, only down by 41. Now I can probably go and
you notice who the biggest jumper was of the O'Reilly series up through,
who's that?
It was Brent Cruz.
I believe it.
With 8.
And if I'm not mistaken, Brent Cruz, this is his second race of this season because he's out for like 4 races because of not being 18 yet. This is his second, and I don't think he's racing. I don't think he's racing next week. And is it?
He can only race certain tracks.
Yeah, I know. I looked up what the tracks was. I think it's Vegas, if I'm not mistaken.
I know we talked about it last week, Elijah, with the age restrictions.
Yeah.
I think it was like 1.5 miles tracks that he can.
While you're looking that up, I do want to point out that we have all but one of our rookies in the top 22 at this moment. And if I'm looking clearly, the other guy is not even in the top 27. I think he may be top 30 though. Let me double check that though. And that would be one person. Yeah, 26. Okay, he's 26th in points. It would be LeVar Scott. Would be who I'm referring to. But other than that, I think it's cool. We got almost all the rookies up here. I think Raja Caruth has a good shot to be an early contender for Rookie of the Year. Corey Day's not that far from him though. Only 11 points, but
I think Raja. I think he's going to get Rookie of the Year.
You think so?
Yeah.
I believe.
I
I mean, he's got as good as a chance to get Rookie of the Year as Connor Zilish does in the Cup Series.
no.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
Connor's the only rookie, so that's not really
I mean,
something that goes.
but I think Raja has more competition in O'Reilly's. I mean, like he's got Corey Day to compete with,
Mhm.
Patrick Staropoli, Brent Cruz, Austin Green, yeah, LeVar Scott. Like, to be quite honest with you, the only two I see him having like a tough challenge with is Brent Cruz and Corey Day.
Agreed.
Only reason I say that is because of the teams that they're driving for. I would be absolutely shocked if Corey Day beats out everybody for Rookie of the Year by the end of the year. And
I mean,
it's just we have a long way to go. I'll say that we have a long way to go. But I just the only reason why I say that is because I'm being honest when I say this, especially judging off of last year. I don't have a lot of faith in Corey Day. Yes, he had a couple of good runs to start off the year, but I just don't know how much longer he can keep going with this.
and I think I've heard I think last week he ruffled some feathers, especially with Connor Zilic last week. So at Coda, I should specify. So I don't know how many friends he has right now, but he is
He's got
doing
more
pretty
friends than
well.
Hocevar does.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I think we will continue to now talk about the Cup Series. Okay, so now to the Cup Series, still by a big margin. Tyler Reddick is still top of the points by, if my math serves me right, 60 points between him and new second place guy, Ryan Blaney, who just won.
That is correct.
Splitting the 23-11 guys, which I think is still surprising that even in the first couple races, both of the top drivers, I should say, sorry Riley Herbst, but both drivers were still top two for at least 3 weeks.
It's
My
yeah.
deal, as my deal kind
So it's
of
like we
froze a
can
little
pretty
bit.
much say that Bubba Wallace kind of rode Tyler Reddick's coattails the first 3 weeks.
Kind of, yeah. I could say that.
Yeah. But he's not that far from Ryan Blaney though. Ryan Blaney has, I should specify, Tyler Reddick has 127. The only person that hits the hundreds. Ryan Blaney has 67, and Bubba Wallace is only 12 points out with 55 points. Then you go down from Chase Elliott, who's down by 25 points in 30. Well, he's between Bubba Wallace 25 points. I do apologize.
Yeah.
He's currently 30. SVG is still top 5 in points after Phoenix. I knew he'd bump up after Coda, but he's still there after Phoenix with 18 points above the cutoff. And then making a good jump from not even being in the 22nd in points, how I got my list. He's now up to 6th in points, being Christopher Bell, the highest JGR car at the moment,
That's wild.
who is also tied with Logano, that's in 7th with the same amount of points, 15. Then we have Michael McDowell, who's only 13th, tied with Chris Buescher in that order. Kyle Larson, 11th. William Byron, 10th. Denny Hamlin, 9th. Denny Hamlin, 9 points. I do apologize. AJ Allmendinger still in the top 16 with 6 points. Carson Hocevar with 5 points. Ty Gibbs, 3. And who's got that last spot? But Brad Keselowski only up by 2. Say a couple few, like I said, a couple few surprises to me is SVG still up here. AJ Allmendinger still up here having pretty good runs. McDowell's still having pretty good. He's up here. It's just interesting the first 4 races.
And just in the top 16. Ironically, Denny Hamlin driving the 11. Apparently, he jumped up 11 spots.
That's
That's
funny.
pretty good. That is pretty good.
And like he said, Christopher Bell was the biggest jumper of the weekend with 18.
I believe he got the most. If I'm not mistaken, he got, if not the most, or closest to, or tied with the most stage points of the whole weekend. He got second. He almost won, but I think he had the most stage. I may have to have someone double check, fact check me on that one. But I think Bell had the most stage points that race. While someone's looking that up, we'll go through the last 6 on this list, and I'll continue on more. We got Daniel Suarez, who's down by 2. Ryan Priest still around the bubble, down by 8. Dane Smith down by 16. Kyle Busch down by 19. He dropped a good bit. Ty Dillon down by 24, and then John Hunter Nemechek down by 25. And I'm not going to go over all the names. I'm going to bring up some big names that are down here as well, like Austin Cindric, who's 30th in points at this moment. He's down by 48 points
Mm-hmm.
from the cut line. You got Chase Briscoe, 33rd in point currently, and it kind of messed him up when he crashed. When he had that failure at Phoenix, I think he would have bumped up. I think might have been where, I don't remember where he was in points. I think he was close to the bottom,
He
if not
was
right where he was.
by going into Phoenix, he was 27th in points.
So I believe he would have been like maybe around the line if he would have finished pretty good. So,
So,
but
were you
yeah,
talking about the stage points like through Phoenix, like total stage points?
yes.
That the person that is leading the series in total stage points.
No. I'm talking about the Phoenix weekend.
Oh, the Phoenix weekend. Oh,
Yeah, no. I'm talking about I'm talking about the points between the 2 stages. I don't know. I don't know who's leading the most stage points.
that would be Bubba Wallace with 40.
No,
I'm not
no.
huh? What?
Ryan Blaney with 44.
Oh, well, that one, yeah, I believe that.
I guess they didn't add it in yet.
Probably not.
But,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Because it
Ryan Blaney,
showed Ryan Blaney at 35. So yeah, they didn't put it at it all yet.
Mm.
Ryan
Where I was
Blaney, I
looking.
think you still get, do you still get 5 points for the wins, or is that not count? Does that not count no more?
I think that might have been just for chase drivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it was like 5. No, it was like, okay, unless they're doing something for, I don't remember.
Because
I can't
remember how we did it in the past. It was 1 point for the regular season, and every time
No,
we.
I'm not talking GTN. I'm not talking GTN.
What do you mean?
I'm talking like for stage point. Talking about like after you won a race, you got like 5 extra stage points.
I don't
I don't.
know. I'm not. I don't pay attention to that.
I don't know. But anyways, we still got some. Anyway, still got a good amount of stage points on there. Other names I want to bring up. This is a big one, and it's not even his fault. You can't really fault him. I say a couple of big names. I'll say this. I'll keep him for last though. But I talked about Chase Briscoe. He's 53 points below the cutoff. Rookie Connor Zilla is just 55. Keep in mind, the next two I'm about to mention, they're all behind Cody Ware, who's only down by 50, 52 in the point standings. Briscoe, Zillich, Custer, who's down by 58, and Alex Bowman, but not his fault, is dead last in the points, down by 77 and counting. I hate to say and counting, but I don't know how long he'll be out for vertigo, which sucks
I'm
for
only.
Alex Bowman.
I'm not laughing at Bowman being out because of vertigo. I'm only laughing because all those names are underneath Cody Ware.
I know. And I don't know if this is better or worse, but right now he's actually Josh Berry is actually tied with Cody Ware at the moment with 50 points,
Oh,
but
oh
Berry
my!
got the nod.
Thank
Fifth,
God.
Berry's got the notch over Cody Ware.
Yeah, he has he has something that Cody Ware does, and that's a top 10. That's the only reason why Josh Berry has the nod over Cody Ware.
Which for me, this kind of crazy. Like
I
you
agree.
can make arguments about a couple of these, like Alex Bowman. He's out with vertigo. Even before then, he was already kind of low in the standings already.
Hmm.
So I think no matter what, he would have been down there after vertigo. We got the vertigo. He would have been down there anyways. But it's like him already being down there and already down by 77 and counting. That kind of sucks.
But
And, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
think also like when we don't take into account with Alex Bowman being out because of vertigo, you see a lot of these other names that are down here. Again, we bring up Zilich, Cody Ware, or like not Cody Ware, rather. Cindric, Josh Berry, Chase Briscoe, Connor Zilich. You can kind of understand why he's down here because it's his first full season. He's just getting used to these cup cars, driving them on a weekly basis. A lot of
He's a rookie.
he's a rookie again. Yeah, again, it's his first full season with this car. But a lot of these other bigger names that we would see typically as far up as like 20th on up in the point standings, it's a lot without that win and you're in factor being added in there. I think it's a lot harder for a lot of these drivers to start to shift their mindset from that win and you're in mentality over to, all right, we got to be consistent every week. We got to, get as many of these top fives or top tens as we can, try to accumulate as many points as possible in order to be in that top 16 threshold. Now,
here's a question, and here's a couple. They both add into kind of same thing. One, whenever Alex Bowman comes back, he's probably going to be over 100 points, if not close to. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but he could be out for a good amount, and he could be like 100 to 200 below.
yeah,
Do you think even if he has an amazing comeback and win races, do you think he may still be into the top 16 in points, or should we already say 4 races in that Alex Bowman may not make the chase?
it's if he has like a miracle comeback, it's going to be close. But I don't think he's making the chase. There's like I don't know. We don't know how many races he's going to be out for because of this vertigo, but it doesn't matter how many races he'll be out for. There is no way Alex Bowman is going to pull off any sort of magic comeback of winning races left and right and being as consistent as possible to get himself inside of the top 16. No way is that happening.
You'd have to win like 4 or 5 in a row.
At least in order to get like the maximum. And not only that, stage points, the bonus points for leading the lap and leading the most laps, you'd have to get those as well.
Fastest, don't forget.
And he'd have to win the 600 because that's the ultimate max points.
Yes.
All 4 stages. Yes, 4 stages.
There's no way that Bowman's coming back from this. I'm sorry to write him off this early, but there's no way I see Alex Bowman coming back from this.
Yeah.
And you could still make argument with the others, like with Chase Briscoe, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, and them. Like that, yes, they're having a crappy first 4 weeks, but they can have better weeks after and get more points. Like they're still eligible. I don't see I'm not counting them out, but it's with Alex Bowman, him being out. I believe when he gets back, he's going to be like either 100 points or 200, somewhere around there, maybe even more below the cutoff. So it's like that's the thing that worries me. And here's the follow up. He's in a contract year, by the way, y'all. he's in a contract year. Do you think that he has to show up, in my opinion? Like after he gets back, he needs to like get back, maybe win a couple races. But with this being a contract year, it was already pressure that he had to perform good. But do we think Hendrick may give him a year extension to prove himself because of the vertigo, or you think we may need to keep an eye on O'Reilly's to see who the next up and comer?
I think
Uh,
both,
mhm.
because one, I don't think I one like there's definitely a good chance where I think Rick Hendrick is gonna think that like obviously with the vertigo that obviously you can't obviously when vertigo pops up it's not really something that you can just turn on or off.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Rick Hendrick is going to take that into consideration and add on a year so that way he actually has a full season to go out and perform. That could
I
happen.
think
But number two, yes, keep an eye on O'Reilly's, because there's always a chance that there's somebody down there that could perform with flying colors and all that may be worthy of this 48 car. I don't know, but
And-
we're gonna have to find out.
and that's where I was going to go off of that. At least while Bowman is out for however long, you can have somebody say like Raja Caruth drive the 48 one week, and see how they do, just in case, if you don't give them that extra year because of him being out with reasons beyond his control. So that's my take on it.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring this up. Who do you think might be the most? It's early. It's early to say. Just point that out. It is way too early to get it. But who do you think might be good candidates? I mean, we already have Anthony Alfredo already filling in
Um.
for him. So, but like I'm looking at this list right here, and
I
some of
got
these
two.
people need to get the one. You got two? Go for it. I want to hear what you got.
One, he's right now the points leader of the O'Reilly series,
The yeah.
Justin
No.
Allgaier.
No. No.
But the other one I had just mentioned that you can have as like a possible sub for the 48. Raja.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm saying no to Allgaier because he's pretty much established the O'Reilly series is his home. He's not going anywhere.
Yes.
The two that I have in mind, as far as for me, I will agree with Caruth. I mean, like, if there's nobody else that that has caught Rick Hendrick's eye, I mean, Caruth is a pretty good option. Another one, and this is kind of like one of those hear me outs, is Sammy Smith.
Yeah.
I
like
think
that.
Sammy Smith, I think, could be a pretty good candidate for the 48 as well. Not just as a sub, but also as like a potential replacement, depending on what direction Rick Hendrick goes down. So, I mean, we'll see.
Here's my question: doesn't Austin Hill run like part-time in the Cup Series?
Yes.
He is going to be running some part time.
Maybe.
I don't know
No.
I don't know about Austin Hill yet. Like the only way I see on that is if RCR brings a third, or Kyle Busch retires, that I see Austin Hill getting like I think he's staying with RCR unless they give him the boot. I don't see him moving to Hendricks unless they got a good deal on him.
They won't give him the boot because his personality fits with RCR altogether. We look at last year. Look at the year before that.
What I'd say another name keep an eye on. It's like he's kind of in the same spot with Raja, but you got to give like obviously the Hendrick prospect Corey Day kind of an eyeball. Yes, he still needs a few seasons hear me out on that one, but he is currently the top prospect at the moment for Hendricks. He is running the Hendrick car in the O'Reillys. I'm not saying he's ready by all means. I'm not even fully confident with myself with it, but as of the moment, you can't count him out at this very moment.
Yeah.
But but if I had to go realistic, I mean that's why I was saying mention him. I do agree with Raja. I think Raja is pretty good. He still needs to get some good more speed under his belt, but you got to look at other. There's like Carson Quappo could prove have a good season. You have to look at the art at the Fat Hoss Factory Boys with Sheldon Creed finally getting a win. See how he does. Sam Sam Mayer's pretty good too. Uh, I I don't know. There's a lot of names. Hell, you could look at the Toyota. You could look at the Toyotas for like Taylor Gray or all that too, because there's lots of names to keep an eye on. But I don't know what would be worse that he's already have injured and then he gets the boot
Yeah.
from Rick Kendricks, which I really think, in my personal opinion, he should get one more year to prove how he feels, and I think that gives like people like Raja and Corey Day chances to show like get them a sophomore year in O'Reilly's, see how they're doing, and if they think and give that a test, looking more of the roster because right now this is not Alex Bone's fault. Yes, he was already below the cutoff already, but like he didn't even finish. He didn't even finish Coda. Myatt Snyder filled in, which that's a name I haven't heard in a while. I was wondering what he was doing. Now it's a job I did not even know existed, but okay. But then you got uh, Anthony Alfredo, which that's another name to keep an eye on too, because not doing well right now because he's in Viking, but he's been filling in. He's already have like good amount of cup experience with Beard Motorsports and the super speedways. Now getting some opportunities.
Front Row
He's
Motorsports
doing
too.
front. I wouldn't be surprised about front row. I mean, there was this ain't going to happen, but I'm just going to bring this up for craps and giggles. A lot of people are saying about like Noah Gregson being the 48.
Dear God,
have him,
no.
no, let's just like have him move, and then you got someone like a Lane Riggs or
I,
Chandler go.
imagine.
It's not gonna
Imagine.
happen. It's not gonna happen, but it's like it's just funny to think about. It was just
So
funny to think.
I know we had talked about points a little bit ago, but haven't you noticed in the O'Reillys we have 11 out of 12 all Chevrolet.
That's not a surprise. They shouldn't have named the O'Reilly series the O'Reilly series.
Should
They
have been
should have
the
just
Chevrolet series.
the all Chevrolet series.
Because Chevy is the majority of
It's
that.
it's a majority of the field.
And the only different manufacturer is the Toyota of Brandon Jones, and you could kind of count Taylor Gray, even though he's tied with Jeff Burton.
Yeah.
Jeb who?
Those are the only two
Jeb
Toyotas. And you look down the list. Huh?
You went
Very.
Jeb Burt.
Oh,
Your camera
my
froze a
bad.
little bit.
Okay,
Oh,
my
your mic
bad.
cut out.
But yeah. Then the only other manufacturer is Ryan Sieg in 16th.
Yeah.
So not really a lot to go with here, but I don't know. It's just interesting to think about, and we'll see how it goes. I really hope, in my personal opinion, I think he needs to get 1 year extension because of this year. Give him a chance to prove himself, and if he don't make high expectations for 2028, we got to look at like drivers like Raja Karuth, Corey Day, Sammy Smith, as you mentioned. Just like give some of them Anthony Alfredo. Gotta look at names like those. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Carson Quapple or any of the other junior motorsports cars uh, might have a shot.
Yeah.
Hell, they may pull a fast one and get Daniel Suarez in a different car.
The problem might. But let me go back to that thought that I just had, with obviously with what we're seeing here, like first 4 races in, and we're seeing a lot of these other bigger names kind of down here. So like again, you take away the factor of winning you're in and have this whole chase season, have this whole chase format be based off of consistency alone. Yeah, I think it's made it a lot harder on all these other, teams that have been in that winning you're in mindset for as long as we've been in. Like Briscoe's down here again. Connor Zilic is down here. Alex Bowman, again, it's not his fault that he's currently dealing with vertigo, but he's down here regardless. Josh Berry, Cindric, Austin Dillon, those guys are down here as well. And they've all benefited from a win and you're in, a win and you're in system. Yeah. And at that point, and at the tail end of that playoff existence, it didn't even matter where you were at. You did not matter.
Look at SVG last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now,
but honestly, if you really think about it, with the 5 wins he got, granted all those road courses, I think he would have still gotten up.
He probably would have at least. But now look at the shift that we're seeing here. I mean, sure, you're still seeing like Reddick, Blaney, Wallace, Elliott, Bell, Logano, Busher up here, Larson. But you're starting to see other names up here that you normally wouldn't see inside, like up above, at least above the top 16 threshold this early, and maintain it for as long as they have. SVG, top 5 in points right now. Mm-hmm. Michael McDowell is 8th in the standings right now. Chris Buescher right now is 9th.
Well, but you can argue with Buescher. Buescher has always been up there anyways. Just
I don't think I've ever recalled him. I don't recall him being this high in the standings for as long as he has, though.
No,
they're probably not as long, but you think like when you're in kind of screwed him a little bit on.
But you kind of see where I'm getting at here is that there's teams, there's other drivers that have really benefited over the years off of consistency, just plugging away on those top 5s and those top 10s and just slowly moving your way up through the point standings,
and look at the
pretty consistently.
The names are really not that far. Look at the names not that far below cutoff. Daniel Suarez, new for Spire, he's only down by 2. Ryan Preece still up there running against. Zane Smith is currently 15 points below. He granted he wrecked out, didn't have a great race. He actually came from a penalty from a run through pit stop. He had to make a pass through pit road on the first lap.
Yeah,
he had that penalty, but even then, despite that, he was running up there for a good bit. He's been showing speed. Zane Smith, not that far down, could be in that top 16 count. Kyle Busch ain't that far. Ty Dillon is still 24th right now.
Yeah,
You still have a bunch of names that could still end up flip flopping this whole thing. Depends on how the rest of the weeks go. So
exactly. I think what we're seeing here, especially at the beginning of the season, this sort of format was built for the consistent teams alone. I mean, again, the 3 teams that I see heavily benefiting from this: Spire Motorsports, RFK, and Front Row Motorsports with Zane Smith and Todd Gilliland. I see it more with Zane Smith, honestly, though. I mean, look at where he's at in the standings, like top 20.
Zane's been, honestly, if you really think about it, even last year, Zane was the top front row car all last year too. Zane was the best, was right to bring him up, and he has not shown out. And I'd say you got to mention Legacy Motor Club in that with John Hunter Nemechek.
Absolutely.
So I agree with you're saying, and I also got to give 2311 in that as well. And notice something what all those teams had in common that you mentioned. They all added a third car last. So.
Oh yeah.
So this is pretty interesting. So Oh,
Who was the third one for 2311?
Riley Herbst.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Believe it or not, he's actually 24th in points right now. He's the one that was also going to be mentioned as a surprise at this moment. He's only 28th below the cutoff. 24th in points. Last minute surprise bring up. So now we're going to shift to this. Now we're going to shift to the second part of all the damn points, to our points, the GTN points. If my thing will work for me for a second. There we go. So currently at this moment, our biggest winners of the weekend was Slifer and Stapleton. Both got 5 out of the 6 points. And right now, that did benefit both of them. Like right now,
No
Stapleton
kidding.
is currently right now, Stapleton is top of the board, which is surprising because he missed an episode of doing that too. Keep that in mind.
What one?
He didn't do the Clash. He did not do the points for the Clash because he didn't want to start joining us regularly then. But like now he's back. He's got 5 points. He's now 17 at the moment. He's 17 points, but 1 point below him is Elijah with 16, who got 4 points this weekend. I'm in third with I only got 3 points, so I'm currently 15. Only have 15 points. And Sly, after getting 5 points, jumps up. He's still fourth, but he's now closer than what he was before him. He's at 14.
So
We're
basically, we're all 1 point apart from each other.
Right. We're all one. We're all 1 point. We're all 1 point between each other. So it is still anybody's race. We're already in 4 races in. So
Oh boy.
and that will conclude the segment of all the damn points.
I don't think there was any breaking stories that popped up, right?
Well, no, the
Besides-
one that I
besides
talked to
Bowman.
you about that you already knew. Not sure if you knew this, Wyatt, but somebody's gonna be making his O'Reilly debut soon.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute.
I did-
Okay. Yeah.
So-
this
I
is
did-
what
I
we
did
were
know
going to
that.
talk about. Yeah.
Cletus McFarland has signed a 2-year deal with RCR. He's gonna run 3 races this year and 3 races next year.
Okay. Can I just be 100% honest with this? I will be 1 billion% honest with this. Okay. I'm happy for Cletus, right? Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
That's number 1. Number 2, from what I've heard, he mainly wanted to do the super speedways, but he's also making his debut next month at Rockingham. Here's the positives and the negatives of this, though. The positive is that this is going, like, Cletus is a huge personality in the motorsports industry. Huge. He has his own racetrack. He has a crap ton of cars that he can just go out and drive and crash whenever he wants. He has his own like we could keep going, right? We could keep going on everything that he has done in like the motorsports industry and in the auto industry, like in the automotive industry. Doesn't matter what he's done. He's practically done it all. And I can 100% get where he's coming from with like wanting to do super speedways, but like personality wise, I think what that will do is it's going to draw more eyeballs to the O'Reilly Series race. It's going to it's going to boost the numbers. Do I agree that NASCAR needs a personality like Cletus? Yes, but only the personality. As a driver, I'm sorry, but what are we doing, Richard?
He's not ready.
What are we
We
doing?
will find out.
I don't think he's been full time at all at any series. I mean, he
No,
may be in Arca last year, but like
Yeah.
he's not full time at all.
no, he's not full time in anything. Not even Arca. He wasn't even full time in Arca last year.
What
Yeah,
if
so
he
that's why
proves everybody wrong and actually does good?
I mean,
we'll have to see.
we'll see.
We don't know.
We'll see.
Because he even put it on his YouTube channel that he actually took a tour of RCR. And dear God, that place is huge.
I bet.
15 buildings. They have their own engine building,
I
their
believe it.
own building for the Cup side, the O'Reilly side. It's like their own area for the fabrication for like the seats and all the other stuff. It's just like, and they have like over 400 people working there.
Yeah. Yeah.
100 of them just in the ECR room.
Yeah.
Building. So obviously, Richard Childress is seeing something that others may not.
Yeah, it's
So time will tell. Rockingham. Will I be tuning into that race? Yes. Why? 2 reasons. See how Cletus does. Sorry, Garrett Mitchell.
yeah.
And 2, it's one of the historic racetracks for NASCAR.
And last year it was a big hit for both trucks and Xfinity, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. But
Who won the truck race? I know Sammy Smith won it because who originally did win it? Wasn't
It
it
was Jesse Love.
Jesse Love, and he got disqualified.
Yes.
So,
Oh my God, he
my
lied to
God,
us.
he's here.
hey, just like Wyatt last
liar.
week.
Hey,
Oh,
I
man.
didn't think
Oh,
I would
screw
be
you.
here. I thought you guys would be done by now.
All right. But I think with that said, with the news of Cletus getting signed on to a multi-year deal, I think that's the only type of news that we have. So let's go ahead and segue into previewing Vegas. It is once again.
You ready to gamble, Elijah? You ready to gamble in Las Vegas?
I mean, I'm not much of a gambling man, but we have just O'Reilly and Cup here for this upcoming weekend. So, gentlemen, what do we think we have in store for this weekend?
I love Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That racetrack, it is so fun. It's like the pavement's almost 20 years old, and it's kind of like Atlanta now.
Sorry about that.
They better not do anything to it.
No.
Yeah,
Hell
no.
Oh my God. I mean, that will roll right off the ton. If you want to gamble in Las Vegas, you got to win on a super speedway track. I'm kidding. NASCAR, if for someone listening to me, don't. I have terrible ideas. Don't listen to me. But yeah, Las Vegas, almost 20-year-old service. It's put on bangers for the last like decade now. I feel like ever since 2018-ish. So like the last 8 years, and especially with the next gen color, it's been really good, and the O'Reilly color, it's been really good. And I saw the entry list. The O'Reilly series race is stat this weekend.
Yeah.
Stats might be an understatement. So I'm looking forward to it. I love mile and halves. I'm a mile and a half enjoyer. I love driving on them on NASCAR 25, and I love watching them on in real life. So I'm looking forward to Las Vegas, no doubt.
Yeah. Las Vegas is one of those tracks, especially with this next gen car that has gone better since we've introduced the car. So this one's going to be good. I think we're going to see a more pit strategy like the last few times, and it's going to be really interesting on how this finishes up.
All right. I think then, with that said, ladies and gents, I think we can go ahead and get on down into our predictions here. Whoever has the entry list, because I know I have the NASCAR.com entry list for sure. But for those that are brand new to the show and exactly are not sure how we make our picks, here's how we do them. We give you a driver who we think is going to win. Pretty self-explanatory. The driver to stay away from is the driver that hasn't been doing well the last couple of weeks, or we're just coming up to a track where they don't perform all that well at, whether statistically or in general. And the dark horse is the exact opposite. And as Nathan asked a little bit ago, are we ready to gamble? I don't know. For me personally, because I'm not much of a gambling man. But as for everybody else, it's a bit of an interesting thing. But with that said, Step Poppleton, you can gamble first.
He's already.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Me and Slife are really putting in the interview list in different places.
Oh yeah, because we use the group chat for the entry lists.
I literally put in the call chat. That's a shame. Anywho, as I was mentioning, the O'Reilly Series race is absolutely stacked with a capital S. We got Lionel, Connor Silich, we got Chandler Smith from Trucks, we got Chase Briscoe, we got Kyle Larson, Daniel Dye, but I know Daniel Dye does not belong in that same conversation, but yeah. Larson, Briscoe, Chandler Smith, Connor Silich, Cole Custer, but it's stacked.
I was about to mention Cole Custer was mentioned today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably gonna be like the SS Greenlight Haas combo car.
It is, yeah.
So that could be a strong factor. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. That I think it's gonna be tough to challenge Cup because Cup has been really good with the next gen car at Las Vegas, but that O'Reilly Series roster could be a great challenger. So anyway, my picks for this weekend's race at Las Vegas Must Be Race for O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. I think that every time that he's been in one of these cars within it / Dream Motorsports, he's been really good in them. And this is one of his better mile and a halves, and I think he will be a strong contender. I think he will probably be top 3, top 5. Actually, no, he's gonna be top 3. I'm not even gonna say top 5. My dark horse is gonna be Kyle Larson in the number 88, even though it should be Roger Carew full time. I'm still mad about that. My driver to stay away from. I feel bad for doing this, but I don't know how well he would do on my app. I wanted to prove me wrong, but Austin Green is my driver to stay away from. That's a rookie driver and kind of a new team, so I don't know. And then my driver to win, he won a few weeks back at Atlanta, and I said I think last week, or the week that was after, for the show, I don't think that's going to be his last win. All it takes is one, and then he can pop off. I know that was a super speedway, but Sean Creed is my driver to win, and I think he will beat Chase Briscoe and Kyle Larson, and I think this would be a much more prove-it win for Sean Creed. So That's my pick. I think Queet's gonna get a second win early on in the season. And then for the Cup Series, Las Vegas for Cup has been a track where a lot of the guys seem to do good at. For some reason, probably because of the old surface. So my dark horse, I'm gonna go with Seatbelt Christopher Bell, and I think he's gonna be strong again. My driver to stay away from, assuming he doesn't do what he did in the fall last year. I just don't think he's gonna have speed. My driver to stay away from will be Ty Dillon. And then my driver to win is a driver that seems to win the Spring Las Vegas race a lot ever since he joined Hendrick. Give me Kyle Larson to win for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas Pacific.
All right. Just gonna do a healthy reminder for both wins or dark horse and then O'Reilly's. Cup guys will be half points. Just want to throw that out there still. So
Why do you think I did Larson as my dark horse?
I know you just want to get that half point for dark horse. I got you.
He wants to beat somebody by half a point.
I know, right? I know. I'm just making sure we remember and just if it gets annoying, sorry. Just want to make sure. Don't want people to forget.
I'm kidding.
That's crazy.
Anyways, all right.
Slifer, you're up next.
All right. So, dark horse for the O'Reilly. Yeah, I'll take Mayor.
All right.
Oh,
To stay away from. No, I'm not gonna take no easy route. Okay, this might be an easy out. We're gonna take Swallich.
Okay, I'll take. All right. Okay, I'll take that one.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
And driver to win. I think we're gonna have a back-to-back winner.
oh,
I'm taking Allgaier.
I like that. If I'm not mistaken, he's won.
He won last year.
Yeah. So that's not bad. That's not a bad pick. I like that pick.
Now the cup side. I'll actually take Suarez.
Oh, as the dark horse?
Mm,
I like that.
That's a good one.
Stay away from. He didn't do good last year. Taking Hocevar.
All right.
And this may be far-fetched.
I will laugh if he says Mike McDowell's the winner.
No? I'm going to take the number 24.
Oh, Byron. I like that.
Yeah. I mean,
I like that pick.
that's a good one. That's a good pick. Alrighty. Wyatt, go for it.
Alrighty, as we get to my picks, my dark horse, he will be running in the number 9 this week. Give me Carson Quapple.
oh,
I'm
going
with Carson Quapple this. My driver to stay away from. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. Well, no, I won't pick him again. I picked him a few times. Try to get someone different. You know what? Call me crazy. Cole
You're
Custer.
crazy.
Cole
What?
Custer.
Is your driver to stay away from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not. I don't know. I know Xfinity is different than Cup, and he has one for SS Greenlight beforehand. Just
Right.
I don't know. I just have a weird feeling about Cole Custer. Back then, when he won the race, it was the Xfinity Series. Now O'Reilly's. Correcting myself, thank you. But like,
Here, yeah, I
know,
got you.
I just have a weird feeling. Like, you look at all the other names on the people coming up. Here's like, Larson's obviously going to be up there. Got Briscoe, I wouldn't be surprised to be up there. Chandler Smith, I can see have a rebound. Daniel Dye would be iffy. I didn't want to pick one of those part-timers, but stay away. It's still not going to count. It's still going to be 1 point, not a half.
Yeah.
Like an easy winner or dark horse. But I just have a weird feeling. I just have a weird feeling about Cole Custer. So I'm going to stick with my. He may prove me wrong, and it's fine. I'll go Cole Custer.
Wait, Custer for...
Stay away.
Oh, that's an obvious.
I like how the other two were like, really? And Cypher's like, oh, that's just obvious. All right, my driver to win. Didn't he get his first win? Yeah, he got his first one. You know what? Oh no, it's Jordan. No, never mind. If it was in the 88, I would pick Raja Karu. With him being in the Jordans, I'm not picking. Give me. He's won this race. This one's kind of odd. Give me Austin Hill.
oh,
Give me Austin Hill. He's won before. He's already got a win. He could be the first one to get a second win of the year, second win of the season. So, yeah, I'm going kind of crazy on these. So, go ahead and give me Austin Hill as my driver.
That could happen, yeah.
If he was in the 88, I would have picked Raja Cruz to win. I see him running good, but I don't see him winning unless it was like in the 88. So now for the Cup Series. My dark horse for the Cup Series, and I can hear myself double talk. By the way. That's great. It still shows Alex Bowman is still listed as the driver, but I don't know if he's racing.
No, I don't see it happening. I don't think he's gonna get cleared.
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually gonna rival against you, Slifer. I think my dark horse is going to be Carson Hocevar. I feel like tracks like this kind of suit Carson. I don't know.
No,
like,
the track that would more suit Carson is a destruction derby.
Fair point. But like, we're going off this. He's pretty good at these styles of tracks. I can see him as long as he keeps his nose. Well, hopefully, if he tries to keep his nose. I can see Carson coming out with a good finish. My driver to stay away from. I gotta. You know what? Yeah, I'll go with him. Give me SVG. He's had his good luck the last few weeks, but I think it's going to run out starting at Las Vegas. My driver to win. This is tough because I got 3 different names.
you can only pick one.
I know. And you know what? I'm gonna pull Stapleton. He has some logic too, but I'm going bias. I'm going Bell. I'm going Bell.
It only took 5 races for us to pick Dell.
Yep.
Hey, I try to be as non-biased as I can.
There it is.
I gotta be biased at least once or twice, and he's not that bad at Vegas too. He has not won at Vegas, but he's always qualified good, and he's always ran up there too. He's almost won this race a couple of times. It's a matter of time before he seals the deal in Vegas. So.
Ooh, alrighty. It do be my turn right here. Here we go.
One way.
Stapleton's stealing my stick. Damn it, Stapleton! You're stealing my.
Or,
pick.
if you don't want to run away, just give them a RKO. That will take the job too.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, you do that too.
Here we go. With my driver to win for the O'Reilly series, I think.
Series.
At Las Vegas. What's funny is that it's called the 30th annual The Laguna.
Oh yeah, they are still doing it, but there's no number at the end. It's just the Laguna.
The Laguna. That's it. Just
With a
Laguna.
lowercase I. Might I?
Yeah, just the Laguna. Anyways, here we go.
Go to the Laguna.
Welcome to the Laguna.
Who's
Who's gonna win the Laguna today? But all jokes aside, my driver to win for the O'Reilly Series race. This might be a pretty far-fetched prediction here, boys. But he does. I'd say he has run 1.5 miles pretty well in previous years. But call me crazy.
Crazy.
Thank you. You both said it at the same time too. That's funny.
I debated on saying it.
It should have been all 3 of us. Why that would have been peak.
I was debating on it. It's hardcore.
You might think this prediction is crazy though. I'm gonna say Brandon Jones is my driver to win.
Really?
The only reason why I say that is because Brandon Jones, aside from his wreck out antics, whether if it's his own fault or not, he does run pretty well on 1.5 mile tracks. His first career win came at a 1.5 mile track at Kansas, which is a very, very similar configuration. Only difference is obviously the temps are going to be a huge factor in this whole ordeal, if you will, because Kansas is a lot cooler than Las Vegas is. But regardless of that, I do think Brandon Jones might be able to break this dry spell, whatever you want to call it, and go to victory lane at Vegas. I see it happening. Call me crazy. I'm thinking I'm crazy too for saying it, but I see it happening. Driver to stay away from? If I'm being 100% real on this one here,
You're crazy.
I'm probably gonna say that my driver to stay away from. I don't know why, but I honestly feel like Nick Sanchez is gonna be a guy to stay away from. Not sure why, but I kind of just have that feeling. My dark horse, Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer is another guy that I feel like could, show up and show out here for this race 100%. He's another guy that I feel has shown a lot of speed on 1.5 miles. I think he's probably won a couple 1.5 miles too previously, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
But regardless of that, I mean, he has won 1.5 miles before, or has ran well 1.5 miles before. I mean, give or take. So I want to say the Sam Mayer is my dark horse.
I like it.
And now it's time for the main event. The 29th annual Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Cup Series. Here we go.
Oh, hey, the mic didn't cut out that time.
Thank
I was
God it
about
didn't.
to say that.
Thank God it didn't.
We actually heard the entire main event part this time.
My driver to win at Vegas, he might as well just, instead of California, I feel like he should have been born in Vegas because he wins more at Vegas than Kyle Busch himself does. Give me Kyle Larson as the driver to win. And I hate to say that, but
at least the four of us are staying with Hendrick Motorsports on this part.
No, I'm saying that about Kyle Busch.
No,
Oh.
you said Kyle Larson.
No. I'm talking about Kyle Busch winning at his home track. He's only won there, I think, one time, maybe two.
Oh.
But
True.
Larson's won there more than Kyle Busch himself has.
Yeah, our picking the driver to win is all in Hendrick Motorsports.
Driver to stay away from, Chase Briscoe.
Damn.
I hate to throw him with the Wolves automatically, but the last couple of weeks have not been too hot for him. A mechanical issue at Coda, and what else? A flat tire, a wreck last week. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Damn.
But my dark horse, I will say last week's winner, Ryan Blaney, will be my dark horse. Penske is a team that not only does well at Phoenix, they do pretty well at Vegas, predominantly with Logano and Blaney, but I feel like Blaney's going to have a little bit more of an upper hand than Logano, regardless if it's winning or running top 5, top 10 wise. But I will say regardless, Ryan Blaney is my dark horse.
I like that.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, we've pretty much talked about everything that we need to. We've reviewed the Phoenix weekend, recapped points, talked about the very questionable decision of Richard Childress signing Cletus McFarland to a multi-year deal in the O'Reilly series. And then on top of that, we previewed Vegas. We made our picks. So one last question. Any final thoughts before we get the Vegas weekend underway?
Let's go gambling.
You stole the thing I was just
Yeah.
about to say.
Okay.
Beware
Let's
the
all say it
snake
at the same
eyes.
time then, okay? Let's all say it at the same time. Cut it. Pretend the first thing didn't happen.
3.
3, 2, 1. Let's go
Let's go
gambling.
gamble.
We fucked it up.
Oh well.
We will work on it for next time.
Let's
I
go
mean,
gambling.
It couldn't
Let's
be any
go
worse
gambling.
than the double O'Reilly series sound playing.
No, that's true. Oh, but let's go gambling. That is probably going to be the slogan for Vegas. Instead of let's go racing, let's go gambling. But with that said, that's going to put a bow on this episode of Gamers Talk NASCAR. I want to thank you guys a lot for listening to this episode. If you're listening to this on Spotify or watching this on the 11 Podcast YouTube channel, if you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button and be sure to consider subscribing and hit the follow button over on Spotify so that way you don't miss future episodes that drop every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not just on Spotify, but on YouTube as well. On behalf of Slifer, Nathan, my co-host Wyatt, I'm Elijah Leonard signing out, and we'll talk to you guys on the very next episode of Gamers Talk NASCAR.
Thanks for listening to tonight's episode of Gamers Talk NASCAR. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that follow button so you don't miss a future episode throughout the NASCAR season. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.